Where is Witty and Oliver? Witty and Oliver? For 130.
And they are still out there trying to come up with a resolution.
For 1120 Mary, because it says there was a CD.
Yes, Mr. Houston Wilson, he's here. And both attorneys are speaking right now.
So there's not a CD? It's for the two. It's for the one under.
Yeah, 1551 is for Hamad and Collins.
On the record in the matter of Abdul Rahim Ahmad versus Timothy Collins, 25-01551. State your name for the record.
Abdul Rahim Hamad.
Collins.
Okay. Your name? I can't hear you.
That's me, zero.
Are you a party on this?
She's the one.
She's not named, is she?
No.
She can have a seat. Okay, today was the date that was set for a hearing. This is for non-payment of rent. The parties have negotiated a conditional dismissal. Is that correct? Okay, so the agreement is for the defendant to pay the past due rent. It says is owed $3,900, and that's for rent due through the period of May 31st, 2025, correct? Correct? Okay, so the tenant agrees to pay $3,900 by the 2nd of June for the past due rent. The rent of $3,900 will clear past due amounts owed. That's your signature there, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
And your signature is there?
Your Honor.
Okay, so you understand that you have the right to be represented by an attorney today?
Yes.
You want to waive your right to be represented by an attorney? You also have the right in this matter to demand a jury trial. You understand that? You want to give up that right as well?
Yeah.
Okay, you understand partial performance will not satisfy this agreement. So you got to pay $3,900 on or before June 2nd. If you don't, he can come back and request a judgment to issue against you and get a writ of eviction, and you will not get another court date. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions at this time? You have 3 business days from today's date. If once you leave here, you realize you misunderstood the rights that you've given up, you can return to the court and request to have this set aside and explain to the court how it was that you misunderstood your rights, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions at this time? Do you have any questions at this time?
Um,
We'll get you a copy of the conditional dismissal in just a moment. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. On the record in the matter of Wait LLC versus Joseph Beckwith and Tamari Olson and all other occupants, 25-02006 LT. Appearance, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Nicholas Darlinghouse, P number 72150 on behalf of the plaintiff.
What's your name?
Tamara Olson.
Joseph Beckwith.
The property manager for Wade LLC, Thomas Flagg, is also here, Your Honor.
You can have a seat. Back there. I'm assuming he's a witness, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're not calling a witness, are you?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so today was the date set for a hearing, and my understanding is that you all have negotiated a conditional dismissal. I have a copy of that here. It says that the agreement is for you to pay the past due rent, $2,780, plus court costs $216.73 for a total past due of $2,996.73, that you'll pay that by, well, actually, that's for rent due through a period of May 31st. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and that you will pay $1,000 by the 30th of this month and $800 every 2 weeks thereafter until paid in full. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. You understand that you have the right to be represented by an attorney in this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
You want to give up that right?
Yes.
Yes.
You also have the right to proceed to a trial. You could have demanded a jury trial. Would you both understand that, right?
Yes.
You both want to give that right up today?
Yes.
Okay. Partial performance will not satisfy this. So that means you have to do exactly what you said you were gonna do in this section, which is pay the $1,000 by the 30th of this month. And then the $800 every 2 weeks until paid in full. If you don't follow that, they can request judgment to enter against you and get a writ to remove you from the property, and they do not need to request a new court date for you. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about that?
No.
3 business days from today, you can return to the court if you misunderstood the right that you just waived. You can explain to the court in a motion to set aside that agreement, how it was that you misunderstood your rights, okay?
Yes.
We'll get you a copy of that in just a moment. Any additional matters, counsel?
Nothing for me, Your Honor. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Thank you.
Oliver, Mr. Whittier, still.
That's fine. Your matter will be reset to another time. It'll take 30 minutes to figure this out with 2 attorneys. Let's see, where is Mark Wasbury and Sergio Tellez?
Right here, Your Honor.
On the record in the matter of Manor Born Limited versus Sergio Tellez, 25-02013, appearance, please.
Good afternoon, Judge Mark Wasbury on behalf of plaintiff.
And you're Sergio Tellez?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you're the only occupant there?
No, my wife is also here with me.
Okay, so she's under the, and all other occupants, then, correct?
Yes.
What's her name?
Isadi Sanchez,
Spell that.
YSATI, Isadi, and then Sanchez, SANCHEZ.
YSATI. And she's living in this property, is your
Yes,
wife?
yeah.
Okay. She needs to sign this too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just, could you please?
Okay, so today was scheduled for a hearing for non-payment of rent. The party have entered into a consent judgment. It says that the defendant agrees to pay the past due rent to the plaintiff in the amount of $1,941 to retain possession of the property. There's court costs of $185.09 for a total amount due $2,126.09, correct? And that you'll pay that amount or vacate the property no later than June 2nd, 2025, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you understand that you have the right to be represented by an attorney?
Yes.
You want to give that right up? You also have the right to proceed to a trial in this matter, and you could have demanded a jury trial. Did you understand those rights?
Yeah, every day.
And you want to give those rights up?
Yes.
Okay. You have 3 business days from today's date. If once you leave here, you realize that you actually misunderstood those rights, you can return to the court, request to have this set aside, okay? Get your copy of dismissal, or I'm sorry, the consent judgment in just a moment. Any additional matters for the record?
Pardon?
Any additional matters? for the
Yes,
record?
in the hallway, I was talking with.
Any additional matters on this file?
On this file, no, thank you, Judge.
Thank you, you're all set. I think, is that triplicate? I think it already has, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Mr. Dowry is here, but Ms. Faulkner is not.
Okay, well, she's got 3 minutes before I'll accept the default. There was a step to adjourn on the rich one or
On the last one with
Lightner? Lightner? You see how quickly Mr. Raspberry's getting this done? You see how quickly Mr. Raspberry's getting this done? So I know what he could do.
Thank you.
Maybe come up.
Terry?
On the record in the matter of Manor Born Limited Dividend Housing versus Infinity Ryan and all other occupants, 25-02012 LT, appearance please.
May it please the court, Mark Wadsworth for plaintiff.
Your name? Okay, today was the date that was scheduled for a hearing. My understanding is that the parties have entered into a consent judgment. I have a copy of that judgment here. And Ms. Ryan, the terms that you are agreeing to is to pay the past due rent or vacate the property by June 2nd, 2025. Past due rent to retain possession is $2,330 plus cost of $185.09 for a total amount due at $2,515.09, correct? I'm sorry? Okay, and you understand that you did have the right to be represented by an attorney during this proceeding? Are you gonna waive that right today? You also have the right to proceed. You need to speak up because that mic has to pick up your sound, okay? Okay, you understand that you have the right to be represented by an attorney?
Yes,
Okay, you're gonna give that right up?
yes,
You also have the right to demand a jury trial in this matter. You want to waive your right to trial?
yes,
Anyone threatening you to do that?
no,
Okay, so a partial performance will not allow you to maintain possession of this. You need to pay the full amount due plus the cost, or you have to vacate for the 2nd of the month. You understand that?
yes,
You have 3 business days from today's date. If once you leave here, you realize you misunderstood your rights, you can return to the court, request to have this agreement set aside, and explain how you misunderstood your rights, okay? Any questions at this time? Any additional matters, counsel?
No, thank you, Judge.
No problem, we'll get you a copy in just a moment.
Thank you.
Can I say something? Why is he just standing there?
I'm
Did he
sorry.
tell you what's going on?
He said he's been ready. He's waiting on Ms. Oliver's client.
We're real close. If we could beg the court's indulgence for a few more minutes and go for the CD to sign. I apologize for all my mistakes.
Okay, Mr. Dara, my understanding is your person is not here, correct?
He's not here. I had to call him.
I'm gonna go try to.
I did inform Ms. Oliver that she was about to be reset.
No problem.
I like you too.
That is okay.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me. Oil or something.
I know my work point time is until 2:30, but I
No,
wasn't
come on
sure
in.
when
What's
I
your
was
name?
gonna check it.
What's your name?
Shannon McIntosh. Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon.
Okay, 1120 Mary Ave versus Houston Wilson, 25-01428.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Norman, what do you have there?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Sierra Oliver, P 7707 for the defendant.
Where's the- Oh, today was the date that was scheduled for a hearing. This is for non-payment of rent. My understanding is that you all have resolved this.
That's correct, Your Honor. We have a conditional dismissal.
You can put the terms on the record.
Go ahead, Ms. Rickleman.
Yeah, sure. We have agreed to a conditional dismissal, rent to retain $1, court costs $165.42 for a grand total of $166.42 due through the time period of May 31st, 2025. The defendant shall pay an additional $25 per month with his rent each month until the balance above has been paid in full. We have checked box 4B waiving notice and checked the box 7 stating that partial payment will not prevent a default.
That's correct.
That's correct.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Wilson, that's how you want to proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you understand that you have the right in this matter to proceed to trial and you could demand a jury trial?
Yes, I know.
Okay, you want to give up your right to have a trial?
For now, yes.
Well, it's not for now. If you sign this and this enters, you give that right up. And you also waive any rights that you would have as it relates to this case today to bring any counterclaims, if that's what you want to do. You were not aware of that?
Not really. no.
Do you need more time to discuss
No,
that?
no,
Okay,
I understand more now.
okay. And so the matter will be dismissed in its entirety today on the condition that you pay the total amount due of $166.42. That includes your rent for a period through to the end of this month. You understand that?
Yes,
Okay, and it says defendant shall pay an additional $25 per month with his rent each month until the balance above is paid in full. Do you have any questions for the court?
no, ma'am.
Do you understand that partial performance will not satisfy this agreement?
I do not.
Okay, so that means if you don't pay as you stated you would, which is the $25 per month until the $166 is paid in full, that means that the plaintiff or the landlord can request judgment to enter against you and get a writ to evict you without giving you another court date. Do you understand that? Okay, and is this your signature here? Or your attorney? Is this the attorney's signature? Okay, all right. Do you have any questions at this time? You have 3 business days from today's date. If once you leave here, you realize you misunderstood any of the rights we discussed today, which would be your right to your trial and your right to bring any counterclaims. You can return to the court, request to have this set aside and explain how you misunderstood your rights, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing for you.
No, thank you, Your Honor.
We'll get your copy in just a moment.
Thank you.
No problem. Which matter are you here for?
Here for the Shiawassee Apartments.
Oh, got it. For Mr. Tyler, got it. Okay. Are you ready?
We are. I don't know if we've run back from plaintiff.
Okay. It's early. Let's see, on the record in the matter of Shiawassee Apartments versus Joe Brown, 4-05-887, appearance, please.
Yes, good afternoon, Aaron Ronald here for plaintiff Shiawassee Apartments.
And Alyssa Hall of Legal Services of South Central Michigan for defendant Joe Brown.
Today was the date scheduled for hearing for non-payment of rent. There's a counter. Here. Becca Management Group. How are we proceeding on this?
So a entry of default was entered or signed by the court against Becca Management. Joe Brown filed a third-party complaint. Entry of default was on April 26th and mailing to the defaulted third-party defendant on April 28th. The parties, the original plaintiff and the defendant, have reached an agreement as to the liability of the claim and which have submitted through my file, but would wish to submit to this court a conditional dismissal for Joe Brown for his allotment or portion of the rental arrears and a default judgment against Becca Management to be awarded to, on the original claim, Shiawassee Apartments against Becca Management, which is permissible according to the third-party complaint statute.
You have a copy of this?
I do. Parties also submitted a stipulation just to let the court know that this was discussed and agreed upon and the reasons for it.
When was this submitted?
Today around noon.
As I say, it's not in my thing.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a consent order for conditional dismissal, and the case is being dismissed upon the condition that the past due rent is owed $553 plus 29 cents and $29.42 for court costs, for a total $584.42. That's for rent due to a period of May 31st, 2025, correct? Okay, a defendant agrees to pay that amount on or before June 30th, 2025. This agreement is made with the entry of default judgment against only Becca Management in the amount of $2,900.63 in favor of the plaintiff, for a total amount of rent and court cost claim by plaintiff $3,483.05. And then I have a default here, correct? And then there's a stipulation order here. Essentially explaining what we just did, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, that's correct. Mr. Bach?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and so, Mr. Brown, you understand your rights in this matter to proceed to a trial, and your right to bring any counterclaims. Okay, you want to give up those rights today? Is anyone threatening you to do that? Okay, you also understand that partial performance of this conditional dismissal will not satisfy this resolution. So if you don't do what you say you're going to do here, which is pay the $582.42 by the 30th of June, that means that the plaintiff can request to have judgment entered against you and get a writ to remove you from the property, and they don't have to give you another court date. You understand that? Do you have any questions at this time? I'm just gonna sign these because I don't have the other ones. Yes. And then we can get these in my file.
Thank you, Judge.
No problem. You have 3 business days from today's date. If once you leave here, you realize you misunderstood the rights you've given up, you can return to the court and request to have this set aside, and then you'll explain how you misunderstood your rights, okay? Any additional matters for the record?
That's all, Your Honor.
As soon as she comes back, we'll get you a copy of the paperwork.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Same to you.
I need to exercise anyway. I just had you guys got it started first,
Copy. Yes.
Yeah.
Step order also. All three of them, yep.
Yeah. I mean. A legal argument, I think that's a very. No, I'll only go. That's what they do.
Afternoon, Judge. Have a good one.
Bye.
Right.
The attorney covering for Pantera just walked in speaking with the client. I don't know if you saw the message.
Speaking with a client.
He's speaking with, I'm sorry, the defendants.
On the record in the matter of Arbors of Georgetown versus Sade McIntosh, 25-02027, appearance, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Lawrence Krefman, Kref, like and Frank, MAN, standing in for David R. Pantera for the plaintiff.
Your name, ma'am?
Sade McIntosh.
Okay, today was the date and the time scheduled for hearing. This is for non-payment of rent. How are you proceeding?
We've had an opportunity to discuss the matter. We've reached an agreement to present a proposed consent judgment, and the following are the terms. The rent to retain possession is $755.70. Court costs are $181.60 for a total of $937.30. We've agreed to extend the redemption period through June 5th, 2025. We're also adding language because she's has a pending application with DHHS, and they have agreed, they've indicated they will be paying $520 of that amount. So my proposed language is DHHS is expected to pay $520 of the amount in 2D above, and that would be written in on line 10.
Okay, so she has agency assisting. Why are you doing a consent judgment and not a conditional dismissal?
I'm covered for David Pantera. I'm not ruling out a conditional dismissal, but this is what.
Yeah, proof that an agency is assisting.
Yes, Your Honor, I do have email proof that
Let me see, can you pull it up? I'm gonna reset it.
Sure. No.
So she doesn't get a judgment on her. Her rights, if she has a agency assisting, is to have this reset.
The only form he's supplied me with is a proposed judgment.
That's fine. I'll just reset it. That way the agency can provide whatever payment they're going to pay. And if she pays in full, then it'll be dismissed.
Sounds good to me, Judge.
Here is the email chain as discussed, Your Honor.
Okay, you need to bring a copy of this to. Copy of this needs to go to the civil department.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, it was from April, but you can just reset this until after June 5th.
Okay.
It'll be June 18 at 1:30.
June 18. At what time? At 1:30 is the reset date. Pay the balance in full, including the portion that you were supposed to pay,
Yes.
then they can dismiss it. You would also be responsible for any rent that comes due as of June 1st. I'm assuming that's when her rent is due.
Yes,
Correct?
Your Honor.
Okay, do you have any questions at this time?
No, Your Honor.
We'll get you a new court date. Any additional matters?
Oh, my question would be, Judge, made Mr. Pantera sign her name to the conditional dismissal in conformity to what's been put on the record.
If there's going to be a conditional dismissal, we need to put it on the record. Right now, we don't have a conditional dismissal, but if you were expecting the other department or the agency to pay a portion of her rent before June 5th, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so that means that if she pays the rent before then it's just gonna be dismissed, not a conditional dismissal. Conditional dismissal would be something you could have negotiated today rather than a judgment on her record. So if she gets the conditional dismissal, we can do that now if you want. I'm resetting it to avoid her having a judgment because she has a agency assisting. So she wouldn't need to do a conditional dismissal if she paid the past due rent. However, if we're gonna proceed on the 18th date and they want to do a conditional dismissal, she'll have to appear to put that on those terms on the record.
All right, so just leave it now.
Correct. Any other questions at this time?
Not from me, Judge.
No,
Okay,
Your
thank
Honor.
you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Is Deanna Hall here or Ball?
No, she has not checked in with me.
Okay, did you want to default Deanna Ball?
Is that an Arbors at Georgetown case? Judge?
That's correct, at two
I
thirty.
wonder if Mr. Ventura dismissed that one.
There is somebody back there with it. Yes, ma'am.
That wasn't one that
I've signed every single thing in my on base, so if you dismissed it, I wouldn't be aware.
Okay. I don't think it's anything.
it's the last name Ball, B-A-L-L.
Correct.
I will try to contact Mr. Ventura and see what his intentions are, but
Ms. Ball is not here.
we are ready on the other case.
All right, so that would be Walker, Chambers, and Missner.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't see Mr. Tyra absolutely anywhere on my docket.
I just submitted my appearances
For who?
for Walker, Chambers, and Ms. Meisen.
Okay, on the record, in the matter of the Arbor of Georgetown versus Alexandria Walker 25-02029.
Afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Lawrence Crefman standing in for David Alcantara on behalf of the plaintiff.
Elijah Tyra, PA 6242, on behalf of the defendant.
Ms. Walker?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, today's the date that was scheduled for hearing for non-payment of rent. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, it's my understanding that Mr. Pantera and Mr. Tyra have negotiated a proposed consent order for conditional dismissal. In terms.
Yep.
Can you put the terms on there?
Yes, sir. The terms of the agreement are rent totaling $3,418.29 for court costs of $181.60. Other money due is $0. I had it misaligned in the document. And for the total of $3,599.89. That is the rent due to the period ending May 31st, 2025. The further conditions are that the defendant agrees to vacate the property located at 1918 Georgetown Boulevard, number 16, Lansing, Michigan, either on or before June 9th, 2025.
Yes. Ms. Walker, that's how you want to proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that you have the right to proceed to a trial. You could have demanded a jury trial on this matter.
Yes, I understand.
You want to give up your right to a trial?
Yes.
Is anyone threatening you to do that?
No.
You understand that partial performance will not satisfy this. So if you don't do exactly what you said you would do in the terms and here of this conditional dismissal, the plaintiff can request a judgment to enter against you and get a writ to execute the judgment without noticing you of a new court date. Do you understand that? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Do you have any questions?
No.
You have 3 business days from today's date. If once you leave here, you do realize that you misunderstood your rights, you can return to the court, request to have this set aside, okay?
Okay.
Any additional matters on this file?
Nothing from the plaintiff. Thank you.
We'll get you a copy in just a moment, Ms. Walker. No problem. This is the Arbors at Georgetown versus Shardell Chambers, 25-02032 appearance.
For the record, Lawrence Craftsman standing in for David R. Pantera on behalf of the plaintiff.
And Elijah Tyra, PA 6242, on behalf of the defendant, Ms. Chambers.
Okay, Ms. Chambers is scheduled today for hearing for non-payment of rent. How are we proceeding? Can you put the terms of the rent?
The terms are rent owing $2,816.01 with full cost of $181.60 for a total of $2,996.61. That is the money owed to the period of 5/31/25. The further conditions are that the defendant agrees to vacate the property located at 2114 Georgetown Boulevard, apartment 8, either on or before June 2nd, 2025.
Okay, that's correct as to how you want to proceed, Ms. Chambers.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you understand that you have the right in this matter to proceed to a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
And you want to give up that right to a trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Is anyone threatening you to do that?
No, ma'am.
Any promises if you give up your right to a trial?
No, ma'am.
You also understand that partial, can you give that back to them, please? You also understand that partial performance will not satisfy this agreement, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you have 3 business days from today's date. If once you leave here, you realize you misunderstood your rights, to return to the court, request to have this set aside and explain how you misunderstood your right, okay? Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from plaintiff. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, we'll get you a copy in just a moment. No problem. And this is the Arbors at Georgetown versus Julie Meissner, 25-02033. Appearances, please.
Lawrence Craftsman standing in for David R. Pantera for the plaintiff.
Elijah Tyra, PA 6242, on behalf of the defendant, Ms. Meisner.
Okay, Ms. Meissner was scheduled for a hearing. This is for non-payment of rent. How are we proceeding?
We have a stipulation to adjourn, Your Honor.
Why are we adjourned?
There are some triable facts that me and the opposing counsel wanted to have a chance to have a further conversation on before we go to trial.
You filed a jury demand?
No, just our normal. Our regular.
Okay.
Sorry, Your Honor.
How are we looking for?
2 weeks, if possible.
You're requesting June 4th. I'm not taking any hearings on that date, so I'll put you in the date. June 18th at what time?
1:30.
At 1:30.
Thank you.
No problem. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing further. Thank you, Judge.
We'll get you a copy of this in just a moment.
Thank you.
Judge, on that other case, Mr. Pantera indicated that he had dismissal.
You must have sent it in today because I have nothing pending in on base. So I'll note that he's dismissing.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Step one.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Rest of your day.
Same to you. Ready? Do they owe any rent?
Yeah.
How much?
Like 20 grand.
The past due rent is $20,000 as of to date.
Not exactly, but I'll just I rounded up on my motion.
What do you mean you rounded it up?
I rounded, I didn't do.
How much is their rent per month?
What's that?
How much is the rent per month?
1,300.
And when's the last time they paid rent?
I can't say, I think last fall, $200 last fall.
August of 2024?
Yeah, that's not good.
Okay, and you put on your summons and complaint at the time that you drafted it, that the amount owed was $20,000. What's the actual amount owed?
Sorry, I have to do some math on it.
Take your time. Yes.
So when I was on Zoom and I met with legal aid afterwards, that was my question too, because he didn't want no money. He just wanted the property because he's going to sell the property. So I was confused as far as the paperwork myself, because we've been through it before.
On the record, in the matter of Nathan Grant versus Ronnie Gray and Erica Gray, a 25-02068. And you're Mr. Ronnie Grant, I'm sorry, Nathan Grant.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you're Mr. Ronnie Gray?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you are Erica Gray, correct?
Yes.
Okay, today was the date set for hearing for non-payment of rent. Well, it doesn't sound like we have any clarity as to what the exact past due rent amount is. Do you agree that your rent is $1,300 per month, though? Is that a yes? Sir?
I mean, it used to be on the lease that, saying signed.
So it was 1,300?
And then.
And it's
we had
changed?
a conversation and then he was like, just give me like 500 a month, and then I want you to start, this was like, January.
I'm sorry?
That was before the holidays, October, November.
Of last year?
Yeah.
He said that it was gonna change to $500?
Yeah, because we had was done with that lease and then still at the residence and then we had did another lease or whatever, and then he was like, just give me $500 a month, and then, since still do, go work around the house.
Do some work around the house?
Yeah, I mean, since we've been there, he's been more than kind.
Okay,
Like, for the first 2 years, he didn't charge me no rent because I had a heart surgery and some medical issues, and he was, he been more than generous.
Oh, okay, let me stop you. Sir, you are selling the property?
Aiming to.
Okay, you want them to pay the past due rent or you want them to just vacate? What is it that you're trying to do?
I'll just vacate. I think the amount past due is too tall to ask for. I think.
Okay, so you would like to give them time to vacate? Until when?
We talked and agreed to the 10th.
The 10th of June? Okay, well, why don't you do a conditional dismissal? You can write there, that way you don't have to worry about a judgment. Because if I do a consent judgment, they have the right to bring you the past due amount and then stay in the property. And so if you do a conditional dismissal, you can tell them that they vacate by the 20th, and then you'll wipe the balance clean. And no money judgment will enter against them, no possession judgment will enter against them. And then they'll be able to get a new place. They won't have a judgment on their record. Right. What that conditional dismissal does for you is that if they don't vacate by that date, you can then come back to the court, request for judgment to enter against them and get a writ to execute the judgment without another court date.
Okay.
Do you want to do that?
That'd be fine.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine. That should have been explained to you, but that she'll help you with that paperwork. So you all can step out and then we'll do the conditional dismissal paperwork.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your name, ma'am?
Matthew Bush.
Okay. Back on the record in the matter of Nathan Grant versus Ronnie and Erica Gray. Okay, so I now have a conditional dismissal. The agreement is that the defendants agree to vacate the premise in question, which is at 122 North Hayford Ave in Lansing on or before June 10th, 2025, correct? Okay, and you understand that you have the right to be represented by an attorney today? Did you want to waive that right? You also have the right to proceed to trial. You could have demanded a jury trial. Do you understand that right? And you want to waive that right as well?
Yes.
Partial performance on this agreement will not satisfy it. So you need to vacate before the 10th, turn over your keys. If you're gonna do a walkthrough, then you need to do that because you don't want there to be a situation where you abandon some items or you didn't take all your items and he deems that as a as you not moving out and then you end up with a judgment, okay? So it would probably be in your best interest to do a walkthrough before you leave so that you make sure you get all of your items when you turn over your keys, okay? You have 3 business days from today's date. If once you leave here, you realize you misunderstood the rights you've given up, your right to be represented by an attorney, your right to have a trial, you can return to the court, request to have that set aside, and then you'll have to explain to me how you misunderstood your right, okay? Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? We'll get you a copy of the paperwork in just a moment. You're all set.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Wasser, are you ready? Okay, on the record in the matter of Manor Born Limited versus Javiana Jones and Samari Jones, 25-02057.
Hey, please support Mark Wasbury on behalf of the plaintiff. If you could come up to the podium, please.
State your name, please. And your name? Okay, today was the date scheduled for hearing. This is for non-payment of rent. Did the parties come to an agreement?
Yes, Judge, may I approach with the judgment?
Yes. Thank you. Okay, I have here a consent judgment. It says that you are consenting to judgment in the matter in the amount of $2,364 for rent to retain possession of the property at 3610 West Miller Road, Apartment F, correct? Plus cost of $185.09 for a total amount due to retain possession to $2,549.09, correct? And that you'll pay that amount in full or you'll vacate the property no later than June 6, 2025, correct? Okay, did you both understand that you had the right to be represented by an attorney? Did you want to give that right up? You don't want to waive your right to an attorney, you want to and represent yourself, or did you want to get an attorney to represent you in this matter? I'm sorry?
Yeah.
You want to get an attorney? Are you going to hire an attorney?
Well, actually, no, sir.
Okay, what about you? You want to waive your right to an attorney? Okay, you also have the right in this matter to proceed to a trial, and you could have demanded a jury trial in this matter. Did you understand that? Do you want to waive your right to have a trial in this matter? Or do you want to have a trial? No trial? Okay, and no one's threatening you to get you to give these rights up, correct? Okay, and so you also understand by waiving your trial, that means that you also waive your right to present any defenses or counterclaims as it relates to the condition of the property. You understand that? You understand? You sure? You're looking at me like you don't understand. That's why I'm asking
She
that.
probably don't. She probably need to understand.
Okay, if you don't understand, you can tell me that.
I don't understand.
Okay, okay, so you're being evicted for non-payment of rent. There are certain defenses or excuses that you can use for not paying your rent. One of those excuses could be if there was an issue at the property. Let's say you didn't have any heat. they failed to provide heat, something that caused the condition of the property to fall below the legal standard. You would present that evidence at your hearing or a trial. So if you do this, you don't get an opportunity to present that evidence. So you're not claiming that there's an issue at the property, correct?
No.
Okay, so that's not an issue. So no one's threatening you or promising you to give up these rights. You have 3 business days from today's date. So you have until Monday to come back to this court. If once you leave here, you realize I actually was not sure of the rights that I've given up, you can come back and let the court know that, and then we'll have to set this for a hearing, okay? Do you have any questions? You both sign this? Okay. Any additional matters for the record?
No, thank you, Judge.
Thank you. We'll get you a copy of the paperwork, and I think that's your last one back there, Mr. Walker.
Have one more?
They're back there.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Judge. Okay. I'm Mark.
Unless I missed something. What happened with Kiara Rick? Oh, that was the one that was stipulated to?
The central germs for acne.
Okay, I don't know what happened to Kiara Rick. Unless I missed something. On the record in the matter of Manor Born Limited versus Matthew Bush 25-02059. Appearance, please.
May it please the court, Mark Wasbury on behalf of plaintiff.
Name, sir?
Matthew Bush.
Okay, today was scheduled to have a hearing for non-payment of rent. How are we proceeding?
Judge, we have a consent judgment. May I approach?
Okay. I have a consent judgment here. It says that you want judgment to enter by consent for the past due rent amount $2,531 for money due and cost. It says $185.09 for a total amount due $2,716.09, correct?
Yes.
And that you'll pay that or vacate the property no later than June 2nd, 2025, correct?
Yes.
You understand that you have the right to be represented by an attorney during this proceeding?
Yes.
You want to waive that right?
Yes.
You also have the right in this matter to proceed to trial. You could have demanded a jury trial, and at that time, you would be able to present any defenses as to why you failed to pay this rent. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Now you want to give that right up?
Yes.
Anyone threatening you to do that? You have 3 business days from today's date. If once you leave here, you realize you misunderstood your rights, you can return to the court, request to have this set aside, okay?
Okay.
We'll get your copy in just a moment. Any additional matters on this file, counsel?
No, thank you, Judge.
Thank you. I have one more matter for you.
Yes.
Manor versus Rich, but I don't believe that they're here. So you can submit default.
Yes, Judge, I requested default. You're all good.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.